All right, so this is the Murder Shed podcast back. This will be this little random episode that we're going to do. We got two guests here with us today.
I'm Jay Little. We're back. We're introducing
Stone Gray.
Nick Nolan.
Yep. These are also people we had mentioned earlier that we had done a movie called Sick Bubblegum that I wrote and whatever. Did like the screenplay of. Nick here produced and edited it, doing, I mean, a lot of work. And just into the intro. And then Dalton, you played in it. Co-star, yeah.
He was a drug addict.
Yeah. Jay was a rapist.
I was a rapist.
So that's good.
Not drug addict.
Yeah, he was a movie rapist.
Yeah. I don't know, he played it pretty well.
Yeah, you did do a really creepy,
I did.
really
I
creepy
think
fucking
I'm
job.
Hollywood.
Like, I'm not joking. There were scenes where I'm watching back on it, and you do like this little, like the camera get close to your face, and you go. I'm like, what the fuck?
I think that's just his laugh, though.
Like, it was
really is.
fucking creepy. I was like,
What was that? Was that your acting debut, Dalton?
Yeah.
It was mine too.
Huh?
Stewart too.
I guess. Yeah.
But he's been fiddling around with.
Yeah, but I mean, you were in theater and stuff. So.
Yeah, so it wasn't like, you know.
But Nick and Stewart are actually first cousins, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they've known each other.
So it's illegal for us to get married here.
Yeah. I've known Stuart since I was born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And then Dalton's known Stewart for a while.
Since 7th grade.
7th grade.
It's Dalton was in 7th grade.
Yeah.
I've known Dalton since elementary school. I've known Nick probably since about middle school, watching him throw milk on himself at the lunch break.
So, what? When I was doing back here wrestling when I met you, you and Logan came over.
Yeah, we came over.
I don't even remember what year that was.
I think 2015.
Something like that, yeah.
But I've known you because you picked me up from school, and my sister always talked about you.
Oh, did she?
Fuck you.
Cool.
But this is just like a get to know these guys, let them talk a little bit, talk about horror. Since that's
Our first real guest.
our first real guest.
I hope that we can reoccur on occasion.
Yeah,
I mean, why not? I mean,
Our
that's
not
it.
so special guest, let them recur.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean,
I think we talked about that the other day.
So how did you... Okay, so talk about the editing process of Sick Bubblegum, how grueling that
Dear
was.
God. So, to begin with, I had no idea how to edit video at all, so it was kind of a learning experience for both of us.
You had a computer, so I'm just
Yeah.
like, hey, you can do this.
Yeah, we got on my computer and tried to do our best to find the easiest to use editing software that is free.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have a lot of money then to be able to do anything. So, yeah, and we just went through and we both had to kind of learn about it
Yeah.
How many hours
as
did
we
it
went.
take you?
Oh, dude.
It was at least 10.
At
It was
least.
10
And I'm
hours
talking,
of
that was-
one sitting.
Yeah, that was sitting in the room. I had pictures that I had like documented that
Yeah.
showed him working on it. I kid you not, I went to his house and we sat at that computer. I remember sitting in that chair in that room, and dude, I kid you not, it was probably a good 10 hours.
Yeah.
And
Well, it
that's-
was the movie itself was easy to edit because each scene was pretty cut and dry how it was supposed to be laid out. But it came down to like adding background music that's not like that isn't copyrighted.
Yeah.
And the intro itself, I wanted to do it in the image that you had when you thought of it. So
It was sick.
trying to figure out how to do that was.
I mean, you did a hell of a job. Definitely.
Like, really. Like, I've shown it to a few people. I mean, it's kind of hard because there's certain people that I would rather not see it.
Yeah.
Like, my son will never see it. A few people have seen it that are surprised. I'm surprised I actually watched it. So, it's not something, it's more of like, the movie itself. I mean, if you're trying to watch it, keep up with the story, like trying to watch like a story and like you're like from point A to point B, whatever, you're not going to be able to keep up with it because it's kind of everywhere. And it wasn't due to the editing. It was just due to like when we would do the time and stuff, everybody would come over and I'm like, well, this scene would be cool to do. This scene would be cool to do. So then when we edited it, it was like, shit, does this go? Okay, we can do this first, do this second, and then, go to the end.
It's only like, what, 35, 40 minutes? It's
probably.
nothing.
Well, the thing about it is, it's a project from people who love horror in general and just coming together just to try to create something they enjoy. So
It was like our first take trying to
Yeah.
That's what I kind of get from it. Like we all had we have a horror vision in our mind. ones. So putting it together, I feel like was pretty cool.
Dalton, how did you like co-starring in it?
You can be honest.
Be honest.
It was special. I mean, I loved it. I would definitely love to do another one.
Fuck, I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah.
It was just kind of spur of the moment thing.
Yeah.
So with no script or whatever.
I had a screenplay drawn out,
Screenplay.
but that was literally it. I didn't even write a fucking script.
Yeah, we just winging it.
Yeah, so I think me being the alcoholic, drug addict, whatever I was perfect for me because I found out that improv is not my thing. I'm not very good at that.
So you had a good role though. That fit
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. I mean, go from one scene where Jay's being all, rapey and weird, and I'm just sitting there at the table with him drinking a beer.
Yeah.
What did he do in the mirror?
I love the portrayal of alcoholism for Dalton. He'll give you a beer.
What did he say in that room? He had the blue light. It was fucking sick what he said. Do you remember? He was looking.
I remember the scene.
And he said he took the hit of like that tobacco pipe.
Oh!
It wasn't like a crack pipe or anything.
Yeah.
But he took that hit and he like blew it onto the mirror.
Yeah.
He said something badass, and that was like one of my favorite scenes because with the blue light.
I wish I could remember it because I know it went from that to me literally being passed out
In the bathroom.
on Stewart's bathroom floor.
Yeah.
And which, by the way, I'm so glad you're so OCD and you keep a clean house because anybody else's bathroom probably wouldn't have laid on the floor
Oh, yeah.
like that. Because my face was literally
Oh,
on
yeah.
the bathroom floor.
It was a nice scene.
Yeah.
But that's like one of my favorite scenes is that.
It's hard. Like that movie could not have made it very far because there are certain things in it that like. Try not to laugh because there's a scene where I'm supposed to walk in on Jay. This can. Man, I ain't know how to bring this up. So I found this good scene from a adult video that I was like, Jay, watch this, and we'll pan in on the camera of you sitting there watching this video. And it was like the son and the mom and something, and you see some of it. Like I got a good scene where it wasn't like showing
Too much.
Yeah. Where I could still whatever. But yeah, that's a pretty interesting scene.
Yeah.
You see that, and then there's the skeleton.
Yeah. And then there's my
Scene.
scene with Stuart's lovely wife.
Oh yeah, and
Jenna.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm surprised you got her to.
No, but I'm shocked.
she
Like
she
that?
did awesome though.
Yeah.
Her fucking laugh. It was.
I'm
I
shocked.
was creepy in it. I felt really, really weird in it.
Because you
Oh,
were.
I was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
were
mean,
very.
rightfully so.
You're like you're way too fucking.
Yeah, like it was next level.
Well, Stuart, what would you say? I know you watch a lot of kind of out there horror movies that are not typically known by other people as like your Cannibal Holocaust and such. Would you say you got influence for Sick Bubblegum from stuff like that because you wanted to
Yeah.
kind of recreate it to like a small degree?
Yeah, because I really doing it. I wanted to be.
It's like a shocking thing.
Yeah, it's like a shock value.
factor.
Yeah.
It's basically like just trying to be shocking, and like it's kind of like the movie got put together in a sense, kind of like a shitty ass Rob Zombie movie. So it was like, or I'm like Quentin Tarantino almost in the sense like that it was kind of hard to keep up with, and scenes were kind of mashed together. I'm not dogging Quentin Tarantino because I love him as a director. There's really not a movie he has that I don't like, but Rob Zombie's movies fucking suck. So I had some of his little scenes and stuff there, and I was inspired by his shitty movies. If that tells you anything, like I was inspired by his shitty movies, like because they look cheap and easy to make.
Yeah.
Like that was cheap. There was no fucking budget at
No.
all. Like none.
Nope.
No budget.
I mean, let's be honest. We made a movie with a damn cell phone.
Yeah.
Cell phone.
Oh yeah.
And
I'm gonna tell you what. The best. When I watch back on that movie, when we edited it, when you were supposed to be a ghost, and where you came back or whatever, and I'm walking through my apartment with a knife.
Yeah.
You had this song playing. We got this like really eerie
Yep.
fucking song. But when I'm walking through the apartment, it's all dark, and all you see is the light on the camera.
It's like a POV.
Dude,
It's a flat.
fucking creepy. I still watch it, and I'm like, I know what's happening, and
Yeah.
I know it's a movie because I made it.
Yeah.
And I'm watching it, and I'm like, man, that's fucking creepy. Going around the corner and shit, and it's like, there was like dust in the air, and you could see it from the lens, and it was like, you watch it, and I'm kind of scared watching it because I'll walk past the dark bedroom, and I'm like, what the fuck is in there? And I'm like, that was my bedroom. Like, I knew it was in there. Like, it was still shit like that. That was.
So, what we're saying is we need to make another movie.
Because like honestly, when you think about it, like
Corey would probably get into it.
Well, I'm not even talking about that. When you're talking about low budget movies, like your Saw.
Oh yeah.
Saw
was that like a?
Yeah,
Dude, that was nothing.
Film project?
Look, Saw.
I think they did it at
it was
college.
it was a college film project.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
and now look,
Oh my god, they got like 10 movies.
Yeah.
Look at the Blair Witch.
Blair Witch is another. Blair
Dudes
Witch
had
scares the fuck out of
dudes
me.
had a camera and just went in the woods
Yep.
and made
Unreal.
millions of dollars on that movie. Like,
Well, it's not even that. Blair Witch is like it. A lot of it, I'll talk to people about it all the time, and people are like, "Oh, you know, the movie's not scary," but that movie scares the shit out of me still to this day.
But the thing
You
is,
never see it.
It's that factor. You
Yeah.
don't know what it
dude,
is.
like, and you gotta think at that time, yeah, that was scary.
Yeah.
That was fucking horrifying because people at that time didn't know.
Yeah.
Like they watched that movie, they even had the actors sign things saying they wouldn't appear in anything else for a period of time. So people were like, "Dude, are these fucking are they dead?" Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
that's awesome.
I
Like,
watched something about the Blair Witch a while back. They actually not only had the movie come out, obviously, but before the movie ever come out, their promotion for it was they had a website launched talking about
Oh,
the
that's
missing,
right.
hikers or whatever, and they had a documentary launched about the Blair Witch itself and those missing college students or whatever. And then the movie come out. So
Yep.
people had already watched that.
yeah, they had it in their
website.
heads.
And then they watched this movie of those missing college kids. So it's like,
And you see, and I brought this up a couple times. Speaking of that, like
Yeah.
I brought this up a couple times. The thing with that movie is the original Blair Witch. It didn't show anything. You didn't see a single thing in that movie. Nothing.
Yep.
Nothing. When they're sitting in the tent, I got Coach Hill even talking about it. When they're sitting in the tent and you hear the kids laughing. Fuck that shit, bro. Sitting in the middle of the woods and you hear kids laughing and shit. Fuck that.
Yeah. Fuck that.
I got fucking Coach Hills talking about it. The new one ruined that.
Yeah.
Because in that one, think about being in the woods. Imagine this: you're in the woods and you're by creek. You know what creek rocks are like. You step on creek rocks, it's like noise. That's what they're hearing. They keep hearing the creek rocks banging. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
So the new Blair Witch, when it came out, they didn't do the creek rock sound. They had trees falling. And I'm
Which
like,
sound extreme
fuck
with
that.
it.
That's not even like whatever. Creek rock sounds scarier.
Yeah.
And guess what? The new Blair Witch shows her.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't see her. You're not supposed to look at her. There's a whole mystery behind that.
Yeah.
No, let's just show her. And it looks like a giant CGI fucking gorilla with long arms.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm like, oh my
Get out of
god. That was fucking awful. But as I said, the first Blair Witch, like as I said, you went out in the woods with a camera.
Yeah.
That's it.
All you had to do. I mean, that's basically what we did.
Shit.
We
Yeah.
just went to an abandoned house close by my house and then filmed at your apartment at the time.
And what do you want? What do you want? And what do you fucking want? Like, the thing is, it's like, if you watch the movie, that Sick Bubblegum or whatever, and you're like, oh, you know, for someone who talks hype about horror movies and knows how to make it, like, knows all this shit, it's not very good for someone who, but I'm like, I needed to do something easy.
Yeah.
Like, we started off with something easy. It's just a simple idea. Like, I mean, it would be as easy as a guy wearing a mask killing people with a knife. Like,
Dude, the end scene, really, in that abandoned house. Okay, so laying on your bathroom floor was one thing, but laying on the floor in that house, because it's all busted up, so there was no floor really. It was all busted up like rotted wood and stuff. And the whole time I was laying there, all I could think was just like, because I hate spiders. And that's all I could think of was like, there's gonna be a spider crawling on me. All right, so like, I mean, most bugs like they don't bother me, but spiders, dude, I don't mess with them.
Yeah.
Like,
Both scared of spiders.
yeah, so I'm just laying there with my face down in the dirt, just like, please don't spiders.
So if we do a sequel, even a sequel, we could do a whole nother movie.
a whole nother movie. It'd be a whole new thing.
Yeah.
We could have Nick in it. Nick wasn't in the first one, but he edited it, produced it.
That's the problem.
We need a couple more people.
The people would. I think we could. It would be easier now because everyone's kind of like, because after that one, now people are really on board with it and they want to do it.
Yeah.
But the problem with it is, and I'm telling you, it would be fun to make all this stuff, and it is a challenge. It's a lot of work. But the thing is, editing it, getting it edited in a timely manner in a good way.
Yeah.
Because, dude, that was nuts. That was nuts. Sitting there for that long.
I think Nick can do it again.
Like
I think I have a little bit more knowledge on
dude,
that.
I can't even work Windows Movie Maker.
Yeah.
Like,
I can't remember what we used, to be honest with you. I'll shout y'all out, but I have no idea. I can't remember. I typed in Google and I was like, free video editing software.
dude, awful.
But I mean, it was fun. It was a fun project. Glad we all got to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Wish Nick was in it, but next one, because I mean, we all.
But
finally
you
going
made,
next.
I'm going to tell you, even if he wasn't in it, the fact that the editing, the
That-
fact that you put it together,
That's sick.
that doesn't even that's
Nick's the real MVP.
yeah, like especially sitting there in that chair for as long as we did.
Yeah.
10 hours for a 35-minute long movie.
I don't like being away from home. I do not like being away from home no matter where I'm at. So for me to sit somewhere for 10 hours with somebody
Yeah.
while they're editing this, I'm just that was not that wasn't pleasant. But it was. I look back on it as a fun
Yeah,
experience.
oh,
Think
yeah,
about it.
it was wild.
At the time, it was not fun.
Yeah.
I
mean,
enjoyed being there with him.
What? How long did we shoot for? Like 2?
Well, we shot for like 3 weeks for the first part, and then when I added that extra part onto it,
Yeah.
it was a few months later. I had like a fuller beard
Yeah.
at that time. Like,
Yeah, trying to keep the like you notice the difference in the
yeah, oh
videos.
yeah.
Because I mean, we shot for what 2 days straight,
Yeah.
and then we went a couple months without doing it, and then me and Stuart came back and made that.
Made that little ending, that little
Yeah.
add-on. Yeah, just to kind of add more to it. So, yeah.
You know, if we made another one, maybe Mason could be in there, like get him like laughing in the background. Because I tell you what, right now, hearing kids laughing in like horror movies, that's one of the creepiest things to me.
Yeah.
It's like
I
Seth
don't
used to
know
sound like
why.
Gage
Oh,
from
man.
Pet Cemetery.
Like I don't know
Seth
why
did when he was little.
kids laughing in horror movies. That's what really messes me up. And I'm
Yeah.
like, not the kids.
Not the kids.
So, what's y'all's favorite horror movies, Nick and Dalton?
Let you go first. I mean, that's a hard one. I mean, there's so many different types of horror movies. I mean, like,
There is.
What's your favorite?
Yeah.
You got like good
Supernatural, slasher, all that. Like, there's just,
You got
there's
like
genres.
shock ones. You got bad ones.
Yeah.
me, I kind of like the really suspenseful ones. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Something
so-
like
horror movies.
Like a quiet.
Have you
Place?
seen Seven? You've seen Seven?
yeah.
So, like, crime, thriller, suspense, like,
I'll
I'm
tell
still
you what,
waiting
I'll tell
on
you
eight.
one.
yeah, that would be
Sorry.
cool, wouldn't it? The 8 Deadly Sins.
I'll tell you one movie I really like was what was it called? Hide and Seek.
Oh, with Robert De Niro. Yeah.
I really like that movie because it was like
The ending, though.
blew my mind.
Oh, yeah, the
Blew
ending.
my mind. But you know,
I just wish I'd seen it.
You hadn't seen? Really?
I mean, I do like.
I'm a basic bitch. I watch normal, like just your
Just
every
normal
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like Conjuring and stuff like that.
Don't say you don't like the
So I'm not big on them. I like.
I'm not either.
I like The Conjuring, and I'll tell you. So I like
They're
the first
okay.
Conjuring movie. Listen to me. I like the first Conjuring movie. I like The Nun. I hate all of the other ones. Any of the Annabelle movies.
You don't like Insidious?
Is that
Dude,
a Conjuring thing? Insidious?
No.
I like Insidious.
I've seen the first Insidious and it's amazing.
Yeah.
I've been waiting on the other 3 for like a rainy day because
Yeah.
they're so good. They scare the fuck out of me.
What's that one? I guess it is Insidious.
You said hide and seek is your favorite.
I wouldn't say it was my
What's
favorite.
the one
but
where
I
like
like,
they show the
I like
short
those
clips
kind of
of the
movies.
people?
Those kind. So
That's
I can tell y'all my.
Sinister.
Sinister.
I can tell y'all my favorite horror movie right now, and you just said it. Sinister is the scariest fucking movie I've ever seen.
I'll probably have to
It
jump on board with
scares
that one.
the shit out of me. And it's not, like, don't get me wrong, the visuals of, like, not really seeing him much unless he's, like, in a, like, little freeze frame on
Yeah.
a film.
You know why people
That's-
love that movie?
Why?
And I'm gonna tell you why. The fucking the snuff sequences of him watching the videos.
Yeah.
How
Yes.
creative are those? The people
Yes.
chained in the car, the people hanging from the tree. They
So-
looked real. Like it looked like a.
So,
Like
Yeah.
the old chills
so
right now.
I
it's
can
like
tell y'all,
thinking
I can
about
tell y'all
They
this
look real.
because Summer can tell you the same thing. I cannot fucking stand the music in that film. It scares
It's very
the
creepy.
Yeah.
When you're
fuck out
when
of
he's
me.
watching the videos and shit, that creepy
Yeah,
like.
Sounds like a Disney doing
yeah,
something.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's the one where it's like the it's like the like it's like a weird moaning thing,
Yeah.
but it's like you can tell it's supposed to be like a musical type deal. It scares me, and whatever the one is, whenever on the Super 8 thing, whenever he catches the car on fire with his family in there,
Dude.
Oh.
that one scares the living shit out of me.
Dude, the lawnmower one. When they're buried in the fucking yard.
oh my
See,
God.
that one got me because it's like a jump scare thing because you don't know that they're
Yeah, they're there. You see the lawnmower movie.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
But-
man. Ooh.
Another thing that gets me, and like I don't know if anybody out there knows what a DVD is anymore, which is insane to say.
Yeah.
But when you had it on DVD, and the movie would end, it would go back to like the
main screen.
Yeah, the movie selection or whatever you
Yeah.
want to do. The music for that was even scarier.
Yeah.
And oh my god,
Waking up to that in the middle of the night or
don't
something.
even fucking get me started, dude. I can't. That movie
That
is
movie's
all
so
around
fucking creative.
amazing. It's so good. It's
It's
my
just-
favorite horror movie of all time. I love it.
I think it's
so
the
much.
second one where they put them in the water, the family in the water.
In the
or
pool.
The pool, and they put
No,
the,
that's the
No, that's the first one.
one.
It's, yeah, because the video title is called Pool Party.
What's the one where
I will-
they
I
it
will
was
say-
snow?
Yeah, they were
the snow was the second one.
The
Now,
snow.
I will
They put
say-
them out in the snow.
I'll say the second one is not great. It's not definitely not to the same tier.
Yeah.
But I still
Yeah, it's
enjoyed
still
it when I
creepy.
watched it.
Dude, when dude gets his 2 fingers chopped off by the kid,
What about
that makes me cringe so much watching that part.
Oh, yeah.
'cause
I don't know.
Oh.
That's
The
a-
second one was okay, but it's not the first one. The first one, the music got me, the visuals got me, because when you didn't see him in like, you would see him in the field, and then like he wouldn't be there anymore.
Dude.
It's that aspect where, like you said with the Blair Witch, you don't see him until it's like a necessary thing. It's like
Yep.
that little bit.
They the attic scene where he climbs up in the attic and the kids are sitting up there.
Oh hell, no.
Oh
Fuck
my,
that.
dude! I probably have to agree with Nick. It now that I think about that, probably is my favorite. But
It's so
I do
good.
like movies with jump scares, but that one's just got so many, dude. And like every time, like daytime, you know, they're going about their normal lives, but you know, when it's nighttime, dude, you just automatically get.
Oh,
goosebumps.
what about the kid in the box? You remember the kid in the box?
dude, yes.
When he had night terrors and he came out of the box,
yeah.
scared the fuck out of me.
Dude,
that.
I'd forgotten about that.
I will say that's my favorite horror movie, but my favorite, like, I guess genre of horror movie would be like your J horror, like your Japanese horror.
Oh, yeah.
Like OG shit. I'm not talking about
Ring You.
Hollywood.
Ring You and
yes.
you know, Ju-on and well, that's the thing. The maid.
Oh fuck off.
Yeah.
anyway. Jesus
Now,
Christ.
there's a difference now when it comes to that. Like when it comes to scaring people, a good director can. Now think about it. Just put yourself in this position. You walk in a room. It's very easy for someone to just and you go, oh shit.
Yeah, look, it sounds weird right now.
It's very easy to do
A bunch
that.
of pussies watching horror movies.
It's easy to do that. But for you to be a director or a writer of a movie and to show someone something, to show them, and you're like, you're frozen.
Yeah.
Think about this: The Ring. You're sitting there. Now, when she comes out of the well, it doesn't jump.
Yeah.
You're just sitting in the chair,
Like, fuck.
and you see it walking through the fucking screen and climbing out and coming towards you. It didn't have to jump.
No.
You literally would be frozen in fear. The Grudge. Imagine sitting in your bed at night and you're like that, and over your headboard you hear, and you see a fucking Japanese girl with black hair in her face come over your head. Fuck, you ain't running.
No, you
because
know
your
what?
fucking body's gonna lock
Yeah.
up in fear.
What's it called? Sleep paralysis
Yeah.
or something?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how they kill people in the movie is fear. Because fuck, you really would be.
Yeah.
Think
Y'all
about
got me,
that.
y'all got me
why-
thinking about J horror again. There's have y'all ever seen Pulse?
Yep.
But
The original Pulse.
the
Yeah, I've
original
seen
Pulse,
The original,
there's a scene I'm trying to find it on my phone because I had this movie down.
the original Pulse is good.
So I'm not gonna be able to find it in time to be able to show you guys for reference. But there's a scene where I can't remember what the character's name is, but he went into one of the he went into a doorway that was blocked off with red tape. You don't do that
yeah.
apparently.
Yeah.
So he
I know what
goes
scene you're talking about.
he goes in there and he's like walking through the room and it's like real ominous. There's no fucking audio and there's no sounds being made. And he's standing at the end of this long hallway. And there's no other exit but the door he walked in. And he's standing at the end of the long hallway. The door is complete opposite of him. And he turns around and he sees this figure, like the long hair, you know, your long hair shit. And she's not running to him. It's like she's, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like a slow motion walk and it's over exaggerated and she's moving to him slowly, but he has nowhere to go. He's at the end of this hallway. There's no audio, there's no lead up jump scare or anything, and he's watching her do it and he kind of folds behind the couch to hide under it, the couch at the end of the hallway, and then he's laying under there and you know what's going to happen. He's just waiting. And it's not a jump scare. There's no quick orchestra to like signify it. She just reaches her head over the edge of the couch, and then the scene ends.
Dude, I got fucking
It,
cold chills
dude,
thinking about that.
it scared the shit out of me because I'm watching it by myself at night. And it's, dude, it's tough.
It's like the scene in Austin Powers when he's on the fucking steamroller. He's like, move, move, and the guy's like way over here. He's like, ah, It's like, move!
But like, where was he gonna go?
Yeah.
He had nowhere to go. It's either do what he did or try to go through whatever it was that he was watching.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Jay
you'd be frozen
horror.
in fear. Like,
And I think part of it is because they don't have the budget that Hollywood does. But them not having that budget then, because J horror kind of sucks now. But back then, when they didn't have that budget, they did the most with it.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's so cool.
oh yeah. All you need is a fucking girl with long black hair.
I
I mean, fuck.
Yeah.
Doing that fucking.
Dude, you know what movie really messed me up? And I don't even know why. Like, y'all probably gonna laugh at me. Lights Out.
I like Lights Out.
That-
That's a good movie.
Lights
That
Out,
dude
dude.
messed
Turkey
me
base.
up.
No, that's
Oh.
Oh, that is Lights Out. Hold on a second.
Wait.
You're
Okay,
talking
which
about Don't
one's Lights
Breathe.
Out?
That's
Lights Out is the chick, like, she can only
She can only be seen in the
only
the
be seen
dark.
in the dark.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've never fucking seen that. I was thinking of the
Oh
dude,
my
the
God.
blonde dude. The movie with the
That's
blonde dude.
Don't
Don't
Breathe.
breathe.
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one too, though.
Those-
Lights Out.
That one got me.
They're coming out
Dude.
with a sequel, isn't it?
And you know what's funny with Lights Out? It was just a random movie. I didn't know.
Yeah,
Real.
I remember seeing the preview. I think maybe at
Yeah.
one movie.
I went and saw it in theaters, and I was on third shift at the time.
fucking spider on you.
Oh, cool.
That's how you know I care about you.
A little
All right,
spider.
Look.
But Nick killed a spider.
I was on third shift at the time when I saw that movie, and my
One murder
department was the only one that had a third shift. Well, I walk up to the restroom that has the lights on, and it's locked. I don't know why somebody locked the door, so I had to walk all the way back to this other department to use the restroom, and all the lights were out. And I'm walking back here, dude, and I'm just thinking about thinking about the movie, like, well, she can only be seen in the dark, so I'm gonna be screwed if this shit is real. Well, I heard a noise, bang, scared me, dude. I ran back up to my machine. It turned out it was just a maintenance man back here working, and he dropped the tool. But it scared me. All right, it was the same night I seen that movie.
Yeah.
It messed me up. Like every now and then, like if I get to thinking about that movie when I'm in the dark, I'm just
Freak
like,
out.
all right,
Dude,
let's
it's a
flip
fucked
some
up
lights
movie.
on.
It's so crazy to me to think about like watching horror movies because I love horror movies. I really do. But like, I fucking hate them at the
Yeah.
same time because they scare the shit out of me. I'm
I
a
love 'em
bitch.
too.
I'm a big bitch when it comes to that shit. So like,
I'll have to watch a funny movie afterwards, but I'll watch
Hey, for
horror
real.
movies all night. But afterwards, I'll watch a funny movie.
it's like I don't know. Me and Summer will watch like a really scary movie, and she's like, "Oh, we gotta get up and turn out the lights." And I'm like, "Okay, go ahead." I'm like, "You got it." She's like, "You're not gonna come with me?" I'm like, "Fuck no! You don't just see what we watched.
Did you see what happened to that guy?
What if that bitch is out there?"
That's
you know
how
what
I
I'm
feel.
saying?
Like, I'll go to the movies and watch a movie, and then like I'm walking inside from my car. I'm like checking behind my back. I'm like make sure nobody's fucking behind me or something. I got
It's like Zombie Land.
yeah,
You're checking off all
Yep.
the points.
yeah.
Yeah, there was a movie. I don't know if all of y'all seen. You've had to have seen it. I mean, White Noise.
Yeah,
Michael
yeah.
Keaton.
Oh, dude,
this
when I was
makes
a little kid,
I don't even remember.
messed me up.
Dude, like that's scary because like you sit on your phone or on the radio or something and that staticky shit comes in and you kind of hear that voice and shit like that's fucking horrifying.
Yep.
Like
I mean, that happens on phone calls sometimes.
yeah,
Like,
like
I was a little kid when I first seen that movie,
Yeah.
and we had the box TV.
oh
Gosh.
And when that screen came on, oh my, dude, that movie, oh yeah, I turned the TV off, leave the room, I went outside.
oh yeah.
Good, I got my exercise in, you know, I
Oh,
went
yeah.
outside. I think rather be outside than
Sure.
inside.
Sure.
Another movie that like kind of fucked me up. It might not have fucked you all up. Was Jeepers Creepers. I have no idea why.
First horror movie I ever seen.
Was it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm about sick of having controversial opinions because I'm not big on that movie.
What, Jeepers Creepers? I'm not.
The second-
the second one's what like fucked me up.
I thought the second one was better than the
Yeah.
I wasn't big on. I don't know. Like I can appreciate them for horror, but like it's not my thing. Maybe
They're more slasher.
Is
I
anybody
like
seen the
it.
third
it's
one?
like a creature feature
I
type
watched it.
deal
I
as
watched it a
well.
few months ago.
It's good, but like it just like I don't know why, but I just got such an eerie
They
feeling.
fucked that movie.
Just because like I rode the school bus every morning, I'm like this motherfucker's gonna break down.
Yeah.
I passed cornfields and stuff, and then it just
Well, I had two older brothers that would like sing the song to me after watching that movie.
Jeepers, creepers.
Oh, I hated it,
Where'd
dude.
you get those peepers?
Me and Alexa saw the third one in theaters because you know they was only showing it in certain ones.
Yeah.
And she wanted to see it. She loves the movies, and I do too. I love the first and
How
second.
bad was she disappointed?
Very, dude. Well, I mean, we
I
got
haven't
we got
seen the third
tickets.
Oh,
we
no,
went
a
and
bad
saw it, and it
sequel?
was just
What?
so.
No way.
It was just so awful, man. It's like
Not
it's
everything can be Terminator 2.
yeah.
What's a good horror movie sequel?
Halloween 2, that was good.
Halloween 2.
Besides,
I mean, yeah, but you can't say Halloween 2. It's my favorite Halloween movie. It's
Yeah.
Halloween
I
2.
think I like The Conjuring 2 more than I
Yeah.
like the first
I fucking hated it.
I'm
little
with you.
spinny-
I can't get
the
the
little spinny
I can't
thing.
get the
Yeah.
paranormal.
With
I
the
can.
the crooked man.
Yeah,
I know the
Crooked Man
goddamn
comes out.
So,
Oh, that part missed me.
so y'all want to talk about fucking? Okay. So the goddamn Conjuring. So let's go ahead and get this out there. I've read about Ed and Lorraine Warren, and I don't know how true it is.
I already know.
How full of shit they
They were
were.
so full of shit.
That's what makes it hard for me to get into it. I think it's why I like the first one.
It's
Not the
annoying about the movie. In the movie, they try to play on the fact that like people that we say that they're full of shit. The movie tries to play on like they call us kooks, this and that, and then and it tries to play on these people. But I'm like, no, they really were full of shit.
Well,
Like
they tried to say that the Amityville Horror, like they tried to say that there was really like shit
Here's
going
my
on
thing.
there, but there wasn't.
No.
Is that it's the fact that like in real life, like I think it was the second one, whatever the story was for that one, I can't remember.
It was when Valak the nun showed up,
Yeah, I know that.
and they
much
were in
just
England
because-
and shit.
Yeah.
Mr. Wilkins, and I'm 72 years old.
Hey, I love.
Have you ever seen a
voice,
nun in
though.
real life?
Huh?
Have you ever seen like an actual nun in real life?
Yeah.
They saying that
They're
like
the
they're in
fuck-
a fucking.
Does it,
No, I'm just saying like I've
that make-
I've seen penguins at the
I've
zoo.
only seen one twice. I've only seen one nun twice, and it scared the fuck out
You've
of
seen the same nun
Is it-
twice.
me. No, I mean I've
I
only
saw
seen,
one nun twice.
I've seen
Where was she? Two
I've
times.
seen one nun once, and it's just such a I don't know why, and that's even before like the Nun movie came out, and any of those movies come out.
I went to a Catholic funeral one time, and there was nuns there, and they were sleeping during the funeral.
And I'm sorry to say, in all
And
honesty,
that priest, I'll tell you what, he was really fucking down in that the blood of Christ. After that thing.
they
chalice.
have already proven the fact that Amityville Horror. The thing is,
I think he just wanted to kill his family.
I like it's astonishing to me because the people that live there now have lived there for like over 20 years, and they have come out and said we have never once had a single even odd thing ever happen to us. So they're like these people are so full of shit, and the thing is, a lot of people were saying because they had a septic leak in the basement that it was coming up through the vents, and that causes euphoria, that causes like hallucinations and shit. It fucks with your head because it's toxic. It's
Yeah.
toxic fucking waste. So it makes you lightheaded and seeing things. It makes you feel certain ways. Like that has literally been proven. That is a fact.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but the Warrens, man, they're like, oh, yeah, we saw this little girl, and I felt this spirit. And I'm like, why is no one else feeling this shit?
Well, the thing is about the Warrens is like the second movie when they went to that house in England or whatever, and that little girl was lying. They were only there for like a day or two.
Yeah.
So in the movie, they claim that they were there the whole time. They coached them through it, performed exorcisms and all this stuff. But none of that happened. They went there. They capitalized on being there. They got the news coverage, took a souvenir to put in their museum, and then left. That's what I've read has happened. Now, don't fact check me because I don't fucking know. I read it on the internet once, like 3 years ago. So
Yeah, I love the movies, but I don't buy into that stuff. I mean, now
Movies are
I know
overrated,
y'all
I
don't
think.
feel the same way,
That's
but
just me.
I do. I am a Christian. I do believe in that kind of stuff, but I do believe demons are real. I just don't believe in the horns. But have y'all seen the third one?
no,
haven't
I heard
watched
The,
it.
the new one? It's okay. It doesn't have as many jump scares in it.
They
which I
tried.
think
The thing
that
about the
kinda-
third one, they tried to make more of a movie than what actually happened in real life.
Yeah.
The Warrens weren't that. It wasn't like it was a big story, but it wasn't like the Amityville or some shit. I'm like, they could have went a million different ways with that movie. They didn't have to do that story. That story was small. It happened throughout like a small period of time. It wasn't even a big
Yeah.
thing. Like
I
they.
don't like it as much as the other ones. I mean, yeah, it's a decent movie, but it's the reason why I like them so much is because of the jump scares.
Yeah.
Something make your butthole pucker while you're watching it, or whatever.
Here's
And
the thing. Here's the thing. Well, after you get done, I'm sorry.
It doesn't really happen. That's all I was gonna say.
Jay, you said you don't like paranormal movies.
Yeah.
Why?
I can't really get into ghosts. The ghosts like nothing.
I'm kind of the same way though.
Like it's weird because I believe in ghosts, but ghost movies they just don't do. Like yeah, they got jump scares. Obviously, I'm gonna jump, but like I'm just not like scared. Like I'm more scared of like a human coming up and fucking stabbing me in the back, you know?
Because it's possible.
It's possible. That's what makes me scared.
Here's my thing about paranormal, like your Paranormal Activity, the first one. I haven't seen all of them. I've seen like the first 2.
Yeah.
The first 3 are good. I can deal with the first.
I can watch those, but like it just doesn't.
The thing about
Doesn't
Paranormal
really
Activity to me is, and me and Summer talk about it all the time because like I'm small, so what the fuck am I gonna do? A person breaking in. But like if we hear a sound out there and she's like, "Oh, I wonder if that's a ghost," like joking around. She's like, "Go out there and check." I'm like, "What the fuck you want me to do? It's a ghost."
Ghost, yeah.
You want me to fucking put a ghost in a headlock? That don't even make sense.
That's the thing. Like ghosts, they may have been proven real somehow, or
But
something.
but that's the thing. If they are in that context, if you're in that position, what are you gonna do?
There's nothing you can do.
Is that the ghost of Stonewall
But-
Jackson?
But like serial killers, like this is shit. Like there's thousands of fucking serial killers, you know. Like I'm not like saying paranormal movies like Conjuring, like it's a great movie, but it just doesn't do it for me like a slasher or like a.
Slashers are more fun too.
Yeah, they're more fun.
Because you can be creative with the death scenes.
Yeah.
You know, like there's a million things in here right now that would make it like a fucking axe or shears or a rake or
Yeah.
a fucking sawzall or a weed eater.
This
Like,
is the murder shit.
That's very true.
One thing I like to do with slashers is, you always got the group of people. They
It's
get
always
picked,
the same.
They get picked off one by one, and it's always like, when I see the group of people at the beginning of the movie, I'm like, who's going to be the survivor?
Yep.
Yep.
Who's gonna
And
be
it's,
the final?
it's really nice when nobody survives, because then I'm like, oh wow,
That's
there
that's
is
a good thing about that movie, Fender Bender. We thought that girl was gonna survive,
Nope.
and then she just fucking gets it.
Yep.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Sorry. If you've never seen Fender Bender, the girl dies in the end. But
Sorry.
yeah, like
Yeah, you're good. You don't have to watch it now.
it's still a good ass movie. I recommend it highly.
Yeah.
I like slashers. Like, what did you have me watch? The Hatchet films?
Oh, Hatchet. Yeah, it's
I,
fun.
I like
They're
them.
fun.
They're fun movies. Maybe a controversial opinion again, but I fucking hate the Friday the 13th movies.
They're okay.
Cannot fucking stand them.
Well,
like, and I remember watching when I was younger.
I'm not
I
Jason.
went back and watched like the first 3, and I'm like, God damn, these movies suck.
I'm not
Maybe that's
Jason.
just me.
It's a cool character, I guess.
It's
but,
over. It's way
but
done.
it's over. Yeah. How many movies is there?
Fuck, like 13 or 14.
I don't know, I just-
Here's my thing about horror movies like it, and it's like when people are running, and Jason is walking. He's not. He don't even have a brisk walk on. It's like a normal, casual walk, and they fall, and he's right there behind them.
All you gotta do is just
You've
not fall.
done ran 5 miles. He's walked 2, but he's right there on the
Yeah.
ground.
Hey, but it's kind of like It Follows.
Don't get me started. I hate that movie.
You don't like It Follows?
I like the concept of the movie.
Imagine something always walking to you.
Yeah, see, now
Fuck.
that's cool. I like the concept movie, but it could have been done so much better. But then again, it was low budget though.
Oh yeah, it was low budget.
So I mean, they wanted to make a high budget
You know what? We're
version of it.
craziest.
Cool with it.
And like I don't even know. The Village.
Ugh, I hate that fucking movie.
Dude, it's just like what the hell?
Dude, and that's every time I talk to somebody about it, like, you didn't like The Village?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm like, no,
You know
I
who
just
did
said I
better
did.
That's a movie with fucking Voldemort in it, and then he shall not be named. Is that what they call him?
I don't remember. It's,
It's
an M.
just-
Night Shyamalan fucking...
Isn't that what they call him? That's what they call
M.
Voldemort.
Night
Fucking
Shyamalan.
Harry Potter.
It might be as bad as
Shouts out to Harry Potter. I fucking love those movies.
It might be as bad as The
Me too.
Happening.
Those movies are so goddamn good.
Hey, I mean, Harry Potter. That's a horror movie.
Patronum.
The fucking Happening, though.
Yeah.
It's an okay concept, but oh my fucking god, dude. Mark Wahlberg even said, "What the fuck" when he acted that
Better
movie.
than fucking Bird Box.
Bird Box. I like the first few scenes of Bird
They
Box.
ripped fucking
I never
The
watched-
Happening off blatantly.
Oh yeah.
The closest I got to watching.
Hey, I don't like fucking Quiet Place.
What?
I've never seen it.
I just don't like it.
I've never seen it.
Here's
I
my
was
take
like,
on A Quiet Place.
I'll let you go and then I.
Gonna eat my ass now.
I might.
Dude,
You're just pissed
So-
all the way off.
the way the guy dies in A Quiet Place.
Goddamn, with the spoilers today.
I'm sure.
If you guys have ever seen the Quiet Place,
Okay, here's my take on it. If you haven't
Tune
seen
out
A Quiet
for
Place
a few
yet,
minutes.
I mean, it's been out for like, 5 years?
That's your own fault.
Like, it's
Yeah.
your fault.
Yeah.
So, the way the guy
I've never
dies,
seen
like,
yeah, sure, explain it in full detail.
You're getting it.
No,
You're getting it.
I don't have to
It's
watch
still a
it.
good ass movie.
I don't have to watch it. Dalton's about
I mean, it's a decent movie, but it's just the way the guy dies. It just ruins the ending for me because it's like they go after any noise. You have an object in your hand. Why you just hey, like,
You save his kids. I think
save your kids.
Well,
Throw the object away from you
over here.
so it hits the ground, makes a noise. They go over that.
He had to sacrifice.
Then y'all
like
just
some
be
fucking
super
hero.
quiet.
And they won't
Make
be
your
able
way
to
back to
find
the
you.
house. Yeah. They're blind. They can't find you.
I agree. I agree with that part. I think the reason I like it, I just like the fucking, like in the second one. I don't know if y'all probably haven't seen it. Have you seen it yet, Dalton?
Oh, you like the Stranger Thing monsters in it?
Huh? No, they're
Is it-
okay.
What's that one called? An Even Quieter Place?
No, quite please. 2. But I just like the fucking imagery of it, dude. The fucking there's this one scene in it. You watch it?
Have I seen it?
Will you watch it?
What?
A Quiet Place.
Well, just spoil it, dude. I haven't seen the first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
That guy dies at the end.
Just the scenes in it. I think the scenes are badass. I just like the pictures. I like the music in it.
The idea of the movie, I love that.
It's awesome.
That's great. I just don't like the monsters.
I can
agree. The monsters are
The movie's fine. I can deal with the movie.
The
I
monsters
just,
are a little over the top.
they kind of look like the fucking Demogorgon from Stranger Things. I'm not big on that.
They kind of look like the things from, have you seen the other movie that Emily Blunt's in? Edge of Tomorrow? Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
They do kind of look like those aliens.
Hey, if we're talking about movies we like, Pirates of the Caribbean. I know it's
Get
not
out
horror.
of here.
They're fucking great movies, dude. I was looking at that flag. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have a...
Parlay?
What are you doing, Jack? What do you
What do you say? Curse whoever thought of parlay.
Alright, back to
What
horror.
else? What other horror? Like, I'm sorry. I'll fucking love
All right, we talk about serial killers too on our podcast. Any serial killers?
Don't ask who their favorite is.
I'm not.
You should not have a favorite serial killer.
You shouldn't have.
Yeah, that's-
You
who's
probably
like
should.
who's like one that like it's like damn that
Yeah,
dude's
who-
brutal. Like that guy's.
Yeah, when you hear about them and what they did, what
You're
are
like
you
God
like?
damn that dude.
Fuck.
That dude's a savage. Like,
Okay, I'll put it this way. Not like necessarily a brutality standpoint, but Bundy, dude.
Oh yeah.
I
The
mean,
dude
that's a
was, like,
brutality
smart.
standpoint.
So freaking smart, dude. Like,
Yeah.
he's a normal looking dude. Like,
Yeah.
like
Chicks like
he
him.
had women. He's being accused of all these murders and stuff, and women are literally coming to the courtroom because
They just
the
wanna
dude
see-
was good looking.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he
That's
was
crazy.
smart as much as he was charismatic, and
He
that's
had a
where
good
he got.
personality.
Yeah, that's where he
Yeah.
got his edge from.
Yeah. You can be
Yeah,
overly
I mean-
charismatic and just come off as.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come off as smart. I mean,
I
look
use
at me.
big words sometimes to make myself sound smart.
Hey, but I mean, like, you watch him in the courtroom, though, like, I mean, they've made some valid points and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, it's like,
Yeah,
you shouldn't pull for him, but.
Oh no.
You gotta think about the
Like damn, he.
The dude kind of had me thinking, like, wow, maybe he didn't do this.
Well, I mean, you got to think of the valid point against him. There was a bite mark on the victim, and it directly matched his teeth.
Yep.
So, I mean, there's not much defense you got against
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, those ain't mine.
I mean, you just think about it, though.
Well, this
If he
mold,
never
man.
bit
This
that-
mold of your teeth, exactly.
If he never bit that girl.
He probably. Well, he got arrested twice or 3 times. Didn't he?
You know I'm a big fan of, and he's not even a serial killer, but anyone that knows me knows that I am a huge fan, and I will say that I'm a fan. I've always, and I'm talking about back in the day, not modern time. Charles Manson.
Fair enough.
And the thing is, it sounds fucked up, but I'm envious, like, because the dude knew how to talk to people.
Yeah.
He literally was the best talker. And if you watch any of his interviews, like, he's so sophisticated and so fucking smart. And he might be such a psychopath or so out of his fucking world that he uses big words to make himself sound smarter than what he actually is. But the dude, like, I mean,
Charles Manson, president.
what are you gonna say? I didn't like that he got all. I didn't like that he went to prison and turned his ex into a fucking swastika. Because he was he wanted to fit in prison and survive, so he got all neo-Nazi fucking. I wasn't into that. That's
Gotta get him
bullshit.
with the skinheads.
I'm talking Charles Manson, long hair, Jesus beard, his fucking followers with him, the Manson family, like
Yeah.
burning it. He literally was telling burn an X in your head, like fucking shave all your hair off, do witchy shit. Like, dude, like Charles Manson was with fucking like I have pictures of that motherfucker on my Instagram. I quote him all the time. Like Charles Manson was like my fucking reason for getting into serial killers. Even though he was not a serial killer, he is the reason that I am so interested in serial killers.
What about you, Nick? Who's one that comes to your mind? Damn, that guy's fucked up.
It's not a serial killer. There's one case that I'm gonna mispronounce her name.
Ali Mornos.
No, it's one specific case of a girl that was kidnapped by members of the, I don't know if they were members or whatever, but members of the Yakuza. I think her name is Junko Furuta, I think is how you pronounce it. That is something that you guys will have to look into and cover in itself. She was held captive for 44 days and tortured before she finally died of like all the injuries that were. I mean, it's the most disgusting thing I've ever read about. Like it still bothers me now thinking about it. That's the one that comes to mind, and they only got like very minor sentences because some of them were under the age of 18. The way that the laws work in Japan are different. It's tough.
If you're interested, we got room one day. Come on. Tell us all about it, because I've never heard of it. I've heard of similar cases, but nothing.
It's bad.
There's a website I visit, and I've mentioned it to you all. I don't think I've got to tell you about it yet. There's a website I go to. I'm not going to say the website's name because I'm not going to promote it, but it is ISIS torture, beheadings. There's some stuff that I really don't want to mention on there. I'm not like into that type thing, but like I wanted to see, like I was really trying to see the real underbelly of the beast. And there's some cartel killings on there, and there's like one where a guy hacks his fucking family to death with a machete on video. I'm not going to talk about this website because I don't recommend it, because it kind of pisses me off, because I get on there to look at this fucked up shit, and there's just a bunch of porn, like regular fucking porn. I'm like, okay, I don't care about this. But there is but dude, some of the stuff on there, I watched one where these women were naked in the woods on their knees lined up in the cartel on video, the entire video. And I know saying it because we're so desensitized to certain stuff like this, but you have to really imagine watching this for real. These women were dismembered on video. They didn't stop. The camera kept going. There was like 4 or 5 of them. Literally, you watched them be dismembered into pieces while they're still alive. And I sat there and watched it, and I'm like, that is the most fucked up thing that I've ever watched in my life.
That's another thing that is just out in the open it baffles me, because I was like introduced to it like at such a young age. Is the gore on the internet is absurd.
Yep.
Like old school rotten documentary.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, I mean it's ridiculous.
I'll mention that because it doesn't exist anymore. So. Snuff films, it used to be a thing that like people like a thing of myth. People are like, that doesn't exist. There's no such thing. You're not really gonna watch somebody getting really killed. No, they are this day and age, with the way we can get hold of videos and technology, and everything is at the tip of your fingertips on your phone. I could literally pull my phone up right now and show you all a fucking execution. Like, come on.
Just like that.
Yeah, that easy. So I mean, fuck the world we live in.
Alright, so question for you all. I'll have your own separate answers. What do you think is the most underrated horror movie out there? One, like, if someone's like, hey, like, I'm tired of seeing these, like, mainstream movies, show me this one, or something you just, like, really like that people might not like. Like mine would probably be, like, I Know What You Did Last Summer. That's kind of a popular, but it's just, I love that movie.
It's a good movie. I like that movie. I don't know.
Throw a curveball at you and see if you can.
The Texas Chainsaw remake.
Really?
With Jessica Biel.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking love that movie.
Yeah.
I thought that was one of the best remakes ever made.
And it's hard to remake a movie.
Jessica Biel just alone.
Yeah.
Man. I'm telling you, that movie, because that's my favorite horror movie, is the original Texas Chainsaw I mentioned. So I really, when they remade that, 2003 or whatever, I'm like, they're gonna fuck this movie so bad. Dude, loved it. I loved that movie. Even the beginning, when they did the sequel to it, the prequel, loved it too. No complaints. Loved it. And a lot of people were like, oh, you can't, the original, this and that. I'm like, oh, calm down.
Calm down.
Like, let's get a hold of yourselves.
Better than Rob Zombie trying to remake Halloween.
That's a video in itself.
All 7'5" of fucking.
Michael Myers doesn't need to be fucking 7 foot tall to be strong. Rob Zombie felt like he had to explain this shit.
Yeah.
And then that fucking trailer park piece of shit went and hit the beginning, like, oh, Michael Myers sitting there painting his fucking mask, And then you get the prison guards in there. Let's rape this bitch. Here, Michael, you want to get some of this, boy? Yeah. That's all Rob Zombie does. It's dirty, rapey.
It's unnecessary.
Yeah, I'm like, come on.
It's unnecessary shock value to make you feel like
stupid. And I hate fucking fanboys of Rob Zombie's movies. I get these fucking idiots on Instagram and stuff. They're like, oh, Rob Zombie did this. I'm like, shut. His movies fucking suck. The character development sucks. They're all dirty, bearded, nasty, fucking. All you gotta do to get in a Rob Zombie movie, have a beard, say cunt, and make rape jokes. There you go. Bam. You're fucking starring.
And he puts his wife in it.
And his fucking wife is in him. His wife was hot in House of 1,000 Corpses and Devil's Rejects.
Yeah.
Guess what? That's in. You've reached your. She's fucking nasty. She looks like a goddamn Holocaust survivor now. Fuck that. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's no, fuck that. Come on, dude. Your wife ain't hot no more.
Yeah.
Sorry, she's not hot no more.
No.
31 fucking sucked.
Yep.
Lords of Salem fucking sucked. Your Halloween 2. Halloween 1 was bearable because you had to follow the guidelines that they gave you. He was full reign to do whatever he wanted in Halloween 2. You know why? You know why that movie sucked? Because he could do that. It fucking sucked. His movies are fucking garbage. 3 from Hell didn't need to fucking happen. I want to watch a movie where I feel seriously. I want to fucking feel bad for people.
Yeah.
When the main cast member dies, I want to be like, fuck, dude, But with Rob Zombie's characters, even his normal people that aren't crazy, are worse than the fucking bad guys. The 31. You get these nasty carnies on this fucking bus that are dirty, and you can just imagine how bad it fucking smells on that bus. And these people are getting tortured and killed. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Who cares? Who gives a shit? I don't give a fuck about some dirty, nasty fucking carny who gets tortured. Who gives a fuck? Your character development sucks dick because all your movies are all the same. You got clowns every fucking time, rape jokes, and
Some
over the
nasty
top fucking
fuck.
that's every Rob Zombie movie.
Yep.
They fucking suck. It's like watching a long music video that you're tired of hearing the fucking song. That's what it is. Rob Zombie movies. If you watch a Rob Zombie movie, it is like watching a music video. That's all it is. And then it's a music video that's too long that you're like, the chorus is over, it's all done, and it just kind of keeps going. You're like, let's get on with it. It's over. Your wife's fucking ugly. Your movies fucking suck.
Yep.
Your music sucks now. It fucking stopped being good after fucking The Sinister's Urge. Like, sorry. So, yeah, don't make any more fucking movies. And now he's doing the Munsters. I got the whole fucking set on my shelf right there, the Munsters. And now he's gonna go and he's gonna fuck it up. Because guess what? Guess who's playing the mom? His motherfucking wife. Dude.
Okay, so
I got a headache. Fuck.
what is it? Underrated?
Underrated. Or what's a movie like you'd be like, hey man, have you seen this movie? Or like something like you would recommend.
Get me all worked up and shit.
I'm gonna say Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's version.
Hey.
No, honestly, we were talking about it earlier before we did the podcast or whatever. But Last Shift.
Last Shift.
I've got to recommend that all day to anyone. That movie.
If y'all haven't watched that, watch it.
I don't think I've seen it.
Or you want to talk about scary fucking movies?
Let me tell you what happens at the end.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Give me an analysis because I have no idea what
Watch
it's
it.
about.
So basically, it follows a woman who has started. I guess she's like a new police officer. It's her new career as a police officer.
Yeah.
She starts at this station, but the station that she's going to is moving to a new location.
Catch me that water bug under your foot, Jay, so I can feed it to my fucking tarantula. Put it in this bottle. Alright, go ahead, Joe. Sorry.
But she's just started as a police officer, and the place that she's going, like the department or whatever, it's moving to a new location, but they still have the old location up and going because the phone line or whatever stupid shit. But
the phone line, when you make a 911 call, it's still direct. It's supposed to. She's there to direct them to the new station.
yes,
Okay.
yes. So everyone else that works in that police station is at the new one. She's there working the last shift at that station by herself.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a cult had went there and killed themselves in one of the cells.
Jesus.
Hung themselves in the cell. There's a Manson-like cult leader.
I know you don't like paranormal movies,
Dude,
but that's
it will fuck
what
you.
it kind of is. I'm not telling you shit else.
Dude.
Okay, that works.
It'll scare the fuck out of you.
It is.
Watch it by yourself.
Yeah.
In
Yeah,
the
like
dark.
I did.
Me and Stuart was talking about the one earlier, ATM.
You don't get to say what yours is.
That's a good one, ain't it?
God.
Was you gonna say that?
That was one of, I had like a couple of them I was thinking of, and that was one.
Go and say your
yeah.
one.
Is it ATM?
Well, ATM was gonna be one of them. No, one of Stuart let me borrow one time. It was Green Inferno.
Oh, yeah.
God,
Hey,
damn.
you haven't seen
Dude.
it?
Oh,
haven't seen it?
Eli Roth movie.
You talking about
You haven't seen it?
Julian
So?
from Spy Kids in there? Yeah.
Spy Kids is so good.
Man.
That movie's.
Eli Roth took a lot of inspiration from Cannibal Holocaust, basically. I mean, it's
God.
not. Trust me, it's not nearly as bad as
dear
Cannibal Holocaust,
God.
but it's
It's
good.
I don't
It's
know.
good.
I watched it
It's
when-
a good movie.
Yeah.
For real. I can
Dude,
tell you
all
some
those
movies.
people are running down the hill when they're
Yeah.
on the boat.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
like, fuck.
I can tell you some movies not to watch. Don't watch the Babadook or Babadook or whatever it's
Yeah.
called. The kid in that movie.
Fuck that. You can't make the kid that annoying.
I
Because
would-
no one's gonna watch that shit.
That's my kid.
I'll fucking knock his
Slap the
teeth out.
shit out of him.
I'm like, sorry. It's the truth. Like,
I'm sorry.
if your kid's in the back seat and he just fucking screams for no reason, that mom's just sitting there just going crazy. I'd reach back and smack his motherfucking teeth out. Like, no.
So we're not recommending movies now?
Well,
What would you not
I'm just trying to
recommend?
save people from not watching.
It had been years since I saw it, and then me and Summer sat down to watch it the other day. The Messengers. Not. It's just
With
not,
fucking Kristen
yeah,
Stewart.
it's just not good.
That movie
Because I was trying to sell her on it. I was like, no. I remember when I watched this when I was a kid. This movie was scary. I swear Kristen Stewart acted well in it, and she didn't. Apparently, because when we rewatched it, I was like, holy shit, is this bad? It's got the dude from American Horror Stories, the dad.
Well, we are out of time. Thank you for
We can
coming.
continue. We'll just cut it, edit it together.
Oh, wow. Look at you, Jay.
I'm down. I mean, we're having such a good conversation. I want to keep it going.
Damn, Jay.
Are you good?
I'm good.
Are we making 2 episodes?
Or we can just record until we're done talking.
Well, and if not, this has been The Murder Shed with
Yep.
Jay Little and Stuart Bray. Thank you, Nick Nolan and Dalton Gray, for your time. I was going to do my Anchor. Well, might as well. I mean, this video is brought to you by Anchor. Free to download. You can get it off the Apple the Apple Store.
Yep.
Google Play, whatever. That's it. Free to download. Great app.
Couldn't say anything bad about it. It's helped us.
No,
a
free to
lot.
download, and we will be constantly using that. It's the only thing that we're going to use to make these podcasts. So thank you to Anchor for making such an awesome app that's easy to use and quick to download. So that's about it. That wraps it up.
Yep.